Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to take you along with me as I prep for October prompts. In the title of this video, I listed it as Inktober, but technically I never participate in the actual Inktober as I'm more of a painter rather than an ink or drawing artist. I'm going to be using gouache paint and I'm gonna gather all my supplies together to make things easy. And I'm also gonna go ahead and set some goals. Now, one of the main goals when you're doing an October prompt list is to complete all the prompts. However, that's not going to be one of my goals. I feel like doing an entire month of prompts is not feasible for someone who also has a full-time job. You have to be realistic about what's going to work for you and your life because everyone is different and at a different stage in their life. My first goal is to complete about 4 illustrations that will work as portfolio pieces as an illustrator. So that's kind of a broad goal, but I think a reasonable one. I can chop it into pieces and do one main illustration a week and have that be the main focus. And I do want to do other pieces as well. My second goal is going to be to complete 14 illustrations, and some of them will be more simple than others to keep up the pace and to avoid burnout. And also, I want to post 14 times. I haven't been very good about posting on Instagram in the past probably 2 years or so, just because it's just gotten a bit frustrating trying to manage social media on top of everything else, and I've kind of fallen away from posting. So I want to complete 14 prompts and post about them total. That's quite the goal, but I do think that I can complete it. Another goal is to experiment. I have a lot of art supplies and I don't always use them all, so I want to try and bring some of them into the mix as well. My final goal is to just have fun. The main part of doing these prompts is to be a part of the online community, but it's also to have fun and experiment, I think at least. And that's what I'm going to hopefully do in this October with my 2025 goals. This year, I'm going to do all of my painted illustrations on loose paper rather than in an art journal, partially so that it'll be easier to scan them in when I'm done. I am hoping to have portfolio pieces, so I need to be able to easily put them up on my website. I'm going to use different sizes because some of these prompts I do want to do in an easier stress-free sort of way. And then some of them I want to be really completed, lovely illustrations. So I'm going to have a mix of two. So I figured these 3 sizes would work well to get the full 14 prompts done that I want to do. I did this last year as well, and I feel like it turned out really well. I used this little dot journal to create my thumbnails, and then I went and would trace onto the paper and then paint. Here is one of the completed illustrations I did last year, and I think it turned out really well. So I'm hoping to do something similar this year. In previous years, I've tried different prompts. I've done Peachtober. This one is from 2022, and I got a handful of the illustrations done, starting with Cave. I think this one turned out really cute. But I just always sort of get to a point where it just seems a little bit overwhelming and too much to continue with, which is why I'm hoping setting up the way I am for this year of 2025 that I'll be able to complete my goals. Here are some more easy done illustrations, or I guess simplified. Rather than doing a full scene, I just did their little faces with their accessories for these prompts of cowboy and bow. I'm not sure how many prompts I did last year, but I almost completed a whole 30 days because I focused them, and here they are. I focused them on being very simplified. As you can see, these are pretty easy illustrations. There's nothing too complex about them, but eventually it did get to the part where I would have a full work day and wouldn't want to come home and continue working on the next day's prompt or something. I just kind of got a little lazy with it, and that's okay. That's totally fine. That's why I set up my goals the way this year that I did, because each year that I've attempted to do this, I've learned more about myself and more about doing these types of prompts. So currently, I know I can't do a full 30 days, but I really truly think I can do 14. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.